When was the last time a day went by without any big-name drama in the NFL? We can't remember either. A day after Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers became one of the several starting quarterbacks to skip the start of off-season practices. One of Garoppolo's top weapons in recent years, wide receiver Deebo Samuel, is attempting to force his way out of the team. For the details about the trade and the next possible steps for the star athlete, keep watching. So what happened? As he enters the final year of his rookie contract, the all-pro receiver isn't only refusing to participate in voluntary workouts, he's also actively seeking a trade. According to ESPN, Deebo is asking for a move out of town after conversations with 49ers management fell through. The star wideout informed ESPN's Jeff Darlington that he has requested a trade from the 49ers. Samuel did not offer an explanation for his decision, but he hinted at it earlier this month when he deleted any references to the team from his social media. The player was in the process of negotiating a contract extension with the Niners, which would have made him the league's highest paid receiver. Why did Deebo Samuel request a trade? According to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Samuel's issue with the 49ers isn't financial. In fact, the team attempted to negotiate a long-term contract with its star wideout, but he was unwilling to engage in those talks. It even appears that they were willing to give him a lucrative, long-term contract worth at least close to the $28 to $30 million that Davante Adams and Tyreek Hill are receiving from the Raiders and Dolphins respectively. Instead, Samuel appears to be dissatisfied with his role in the 49ers offense. More particular, he dislikes taking a lot of hits when deployed as a running back, according to Rappaport. Rappaport also stated that the trade request was received more than a week ago. The star wideout did, in fact, have 86 carries during the regular season and playoffs combined. That is a lot for a receiver and is second only to Elijah Mitchell among 49ers. It's pretty reasonable that Samuel is frustrated with his current treatment. Players that touch the ball frequently, such as running backs, are more likely to get struck, so they end up with a shorter shelf life. So even though he's good at it, Deebo may want to carry the ball less to protect himself. Right now, that may be more important to him than a lucrative long-term contract. Where does he want to go? Although Samuel has not been linked to another NFL team, he appeared to like a tweet in which it was suggested that he would look awesome in Cowboys silver and blue. So the Cowboys might be his dream move, or might be an interesting idea to consider. Last season, the 26-year-old South Carolina player finished 5th in the league with 1,405 receiving yards and topped the NFL with 18.2 yards per reception. He also ran for 365 yards and scored 14 touchdowns. Samuel was also selected to his first All-Pro team. His contract will be the first order of business for any team interested in acquiring him, as he has 1 year left on his contract with a $4.8 million cap cost before becoming unrestricted free agent. Next, Samuel's brother dropped hints. Samuel's transfer request came after his brother, Tyquan, fueled speculation in Facebook and Instagram comments, claiming the athlete would soon request a move and no longer desire to play for the 49ers. Tyquan has now retracted some of his statements, dismissing them as jokes, but Samuel had previously expressed frustration with San Francisco. He recently took to social media to downplay threats he's received from supporters regarding his alleged contract issue, and was seen liking an Instagram post that mentioned playing for no less than $25 million per year. Samuel, who had over 1,700 yards from scrimmage in 2021, is under contract with the 49ers until 2022. However, after the Bills' Stephon Diggs became the latest receiver to get a lucrative extension, he and other stars with expiring contracts emerged as obvious candidates to demand raises. It's unclear whether he will report to voluntary offseason activities if he isn't dealt, or whether the 49ers would follow his request and consider offers. This Patriots-Deebo Samuel deal combo has the potential to work. This trade makes us question, should the Patriots instead look for Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, or A.J. Brown? The fact is, Samuel Deebo has the potential to be a top 3 weapon in the league. Instead of looking for the next Samuel, the Patriots can just get the original one. Fortunately for the Patriots, they already have their first and second round picks in 2022, 2 picks that will nearly perfectly match the precedent set by Kansas City and Green Bay. The Patriots may offer picks 21 and 54 in exchange for Samuel, though they'd likely prefer to transfer one of those commitments to a later round. After obtaining him, it'll most certainly require something close to Adams' $28.25 million AAV to complete the deal. Perhaps 3 years, $25 million per year, with half of it guaranteed. The Patriots must abandon all pretense of obtaining a steal in this game. After all, they should be competing against every other NFL team to make this transaction. When you compare what New England has to give to other wide receiver trades, it's clear they could complete a deal if they really wanted to. What's next? In 2022, Samuel will enter the final year of his contract. He might threaten to hold out if he isn't dealt, which might put the 49ers in a difficult position because their receiving room isn't particularly deep. Even if he doesn't opt out and chooses to play the final season of his contract, he could leave the team in 2023 and hold out again if the 49ers attempt to place the franchise tag on him. The 49ers must make a decision on Samuel's status quickly if they want to reap the benefits of trading him this summer. The 2022 NFL Draft takes place on Thursday, April 28th, so if they want to secure a package featuring a current first-round pick in exchange for the receiver, they must act quickly. So, while it's too early to predict whether the 49ers would trade Deebo Samuel, he'll be difficult to keep if he actually wants out. Now, reasons why the Packers won't sign Deebo Samuel. The Green Bay Packers are a Super Bowl contender despite the absence of a top receiver. In the 2022 NFL Draft, they have 4 of the first 59 picks. After trading Davante Adams and desperate to improve one of the NFL's worst receiving cores, it's natural that they'd be interested in acquiring all-pro receiver Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers. With 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks, the Packers have the capital to pull it off. Even if he doesn't play running back for a single snap, he'd be an excellent match for Matt LaFleur's offense. Despite all this, let us tell you why this won't happen. The Packers didn't want to trade Adams when he wanted out, but they were more than willing to oblige by sending him out of the NFC and to Las Vegas. The Packers and 49ers are NFC giants, and the last thing San Francisco wants to do is assist Green Bay in finally breaking through. And let's not forget, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan and Packers head coach Matt LaFleur aren't exactly great pals. Shanahan has a 0% chance of assisting his former friend and colleague in his quest for his first Super Bowl victory. The Packers are dealing with major salary cap issues. The best approach to beat the salary cap is to bring in a slew of great rookies' contracts to help balance out one of the NFL's most top-heavy salary structures. Is Samuel more valuable than a draft pick? Duh, obviously. However, with 12 players using roughly 53% of the team's 2022 salary cap and significant cap increases for Bakhtiari, Clark, and Jones next year, General Manager Brian Gutekunst needs to find as many high-quality players as possible with his 11 draft picks. And now, reasons why the New York Giants shouldn't sign Deebo Samuel. The Giants have 2 top 10 draft picks in the 2022 NFL Draft, at numbers 5 and 7, and you can bet they'd have to part ways with at least one of those picks, if not more, to tempt the 49ers to make such a move. On top of all this, there's no assurance right now that the 49ers will actually go through with Samuel's trade request because he's technically still under contract until 2023. Samuel will be an unrestricted free agent at that point, so the 49ers may entertain a trade if a team comes calling with any offer they can't refuse. However, fans know that this could just be a little squabble between the two parties, as Samuel likely wants a large contract extension before next year. It remains to be seen if addressing this the way he has would succeed, but in any case, the Giants should avoid getting involved in this messy situation at all costs. That's a wrap for this video. How do you think the Patriots should handle Samuel's trade, and which team should attempt to obtain the all-pro receiver? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching.